Anna Nensky from Brussels Diplomatic. About protection of the journalists, because the situation in Catalonia is falling out of the picture of the parliament, as we noticed today, because if this Article 155 would be applied, it means that also Catalan press would be under direct rule of the government. So what Parliament can do and what your party can do to guarantee or to prevent this situation, to guarantee the freedom of press in Catalonia?
In der vergangenen Woche am Donnerstag.
Last week on Thursday, I was involved with my group in the preparation for the plenary session today and this week, and I requested that we have a renewed debate on the situation in Catalonia, and particularly in the application regarding the application of Article 155. And a great majority of the other groups rejected that, and I regret that, because that would have given us the opportunity to prepare for Thursday's decision, Rajoy's decision on Thursday. And we could have acted in the interim and in the lead up to the opening of the meeting. There was no preparedness to put this issue on the agenda. So we're going to continue to push in this direction because we see things as you do. We want to create opportunities to talk about this in the EU. And if Article 155 is activated, we want to know exactly what that will mean in reality, and we want to ensure that press freedom, particularly independent media, should be protected. We don't want to endanger their position, and we don't want journalists to be subjected to the same accusations as the two leaders, the two civil society leaders, were subjected to. So we need a majority, we need other groups to get on board so that we can put that on the agenda. Now, there was no desire in the Council to put pressure on the Spanish government with a reference to the fact that the Parliament might, with regard to the involvement of the Parliament.
What about human rights? Because our freedom of press and human rights are inseparable. And now we read that Mr. Puigdemont is threatened by a long prison sentence, 30 years, and he's our deputy as well. And also there are two activists in prison already. So what is your message on these very regrettable events in Spain?
We continue to say that regardless of our assessment within the group about what we think about independence, but what we do say, though, is that the way the Spanish government has sharpened the conflict is something we don't think is good. The rights of people, the rights of freedom of expression have been limited because through the imprisonment of these people who organised a peaceful protest. We condemn also the way journalists are being pressured as well. And we will always stand up for these principles, regardless of how individual people or their actions, our position as a group. And among the various Spanish delegations that we have, we fully agree that the right to a referendum, the right of to have an opinion, to have a vote on that cannot be taken away from the Catalans. These are inalienable rights of the citizens of the EU. And we are going to assess the activities of the government in relation to these principles. And we will continue to keep an eye on what actually happens on the ground. and we'll try and get this on the agenda for this week. But in any case, these are our fundamental principles that we stand by, and the preparedness to deal with these questions and not remain loyal to the Spanish government, but also to be loyal to the citizens of Spain and Catalonia. Their rights are not sufficiently respected within the EU.